Hey guys, how you guys doing? Hoping you're having a wonderful day, a blessed day indeed. It's September 25th, 2018. I haven't made a video in the past week. I was out of town for work. But major escalations happening with the situation with Syria, all right? Basically, in the past week, over the past couple of days, you probably heard about that Russian plane going down, all right? And there was some confusion of how that actually happened, all right? Initial reports stated, it was Syrian air defense that shot down that plane, but how and why and, what's going on with that situation? Well, basically, the consensus of the community is that Israeli jets used that Russian plane as cover to try to evade the anti-aircraft vehicles that Syria currently has. All right, and in doing so, they fired upon what they thought were Israeli jets, or trying to hit Israeli jets, and actually hit this Russian plane out of the sky, killing 14, I believe it's 14 individuals in the Russian military. It's Russian citizens being killed by Syrian anti-aircraft vehicles, guys. So there's been a row between Israel and Russia. And since that's happened, all right, Putin seemed to step back a little bit because, Israel just seems to get away with everything, all right? No hate towards the Israeli people whatsoever, but your government, just like many governments of the world, they get away with a lot, all right? But it seems like the Russians are not taking this lying down. They have shipped and are shipping S-300 anti-aircraft machines to Syria, all right? To Syria, as we speak, if they're not already there. Apparently, they want around 8 batteries in total ready to go, all right? Has this swayed Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel? No, it has not. In fact, Benjamin Netanyahu, before leaving for the United Nations Security General Assembly, earlier this morning, stated that this is not going to stop Israel from conducting operations in Syria, right? Because as we've known for a long time, Iran, the U.S., Saudi Arabia, Syria, and Israel, did I say Israel? U.S., Israel, Saudi Arabia, Iran, it's all coming to a head, okay? Israel does not want Iran in Syria. Syria invited Iran into Syria during the civil war. And at this point, it looks like this is a major escalation. All right, S-300 systems, that's going to hamper these Israeli operations. It's going to hamper Western operations in this area, guys. All right, something we have to continue to watch pretty closely. Okay, President Donald Trump today at the United Nations General Assembly was talking about Iran and how they have been funding terrorism and how he's placed a bunch of sanctions on them. Not only did he say November 5th that all these sanctions are going to be hit at once, but he also talked about how war could come with Iran. Okay, and I've had a lot of viewers who have stated, maybe North Korea, that whole situation was just a distraction for what's really going on in the Middle East, and I could totally see that. Whether it's the pipeline, whether it's just political influence that you want on that region. Ever since Obama's administration, what we've seen is a vacuum in the Middle East. America and Western allies pulled out, and Russians went in. And when Russians went in, then you started to see more of Iran flex its muscles a little bit, gusto with Iran. It wasn't Saudi Arabia's game anymore. Now, as we've seen with the proxy war with Yemen, we're seeing two powerhouses in the Middle East in the form of Saudi Arabia and Iran. Okay? Now we're seeing these S-300 systems being put into Syria on the ground, ready to go. Israel stating that this is not going to stop them. How close are we to an actual shooting conflict between Israel and Russia, between the U.S. and Russia, between the West and Russia, and Iran and Syria? When you talk about Russia, you got to talk about China also, because the U.S. is putting billions and billions and billions of dollars worth of tariffs onto China. Okay, just bear with me. Even if you're one of those individuals who says, you know, World War III, not even close to happening. You know, take a step back. Look at all of the things that are going on. Am I saying it's going to start tomorrow or the next day or in a couple of months? No. But look, just from a logistics standpoint, things are happening. Things are in motion. Okay? Russia and China, largest military exercise since 1981, since Zapad 2 happened. Okay? They're not spending all this money, training all these troops for nothing. All right? From a logistics standpoint, it looks like in the next couple of years, something big could occur. Okay? And these S-300 systems in Syria, another building block to just that. Okay? You know, we've heard from U.S. officials continuously state that Syria cannot use chemical weapons, continuously threatening Syria. All right? A very puzzling situation this is in Syria. All right? We have to continue to watch it as it unfolds. We have to continue to watch, you know, when these S-300 systems are ready to go, do we see less strikes from Israel? Do we see more or the same? You know, because these strikes with Syria, you might hear about Israel striking Syria once every couple months, but this happens on like a weekly basis, if not more. All right? Do we see this the amount start to downgrade because of these S-300 systems? You know, Israel's coming out and they're stating that's not going to happen, that they're going to continue on as business as usual. All right? Continue to watch this situation. Continue to watch Russia, China, the United States, Western allies, how they react to each other, especially as it comes to Syria, guys. All right? Keep your eyes to the skies. Have a beer. Have a wonderful day. God bless.